Hey there, Leo, and welcome back to Unicorn Tarot for your weekly reading. This is going to be a reading for the week of January 10th through January 16th, 2022. We're going to take a look at your past, present, and near future energies, as well as any energies the universe wants you to keep in mind. Also, Leo, please remember that energies do go both ways, so I could be picking up on your energy or your person's energy, so it could be reversed. There you are, in your power, Leo. All right, the main energy for your reading this week, Leo, if I could pick it up, oh my goodness, is the Nine of Cups. You're feeling very emotionally balanced, very emotionally stable, and emotionally fulfilled. This is cool. In the recent past, Leo, you get the King of Wands, which is your energy. I don't assign gender to my cards. The Six of Pentacles and the Star. It seems like you're showing up in a very good energy here. You're balanced. You feel like, your energies are balanced. Everything is good. But there's still a desire here for something. It's almost like on a deep level, you're like, yeah, I feel good. I feel balanced. I feel like, I'm working with the universe. Everything's going great. But I want something. There's something here that I really, really want. So we'll see what that desire is when we clarify. In the current situation, you get the Ten of Wands, the King of Swords, and the Tower. It's difficult for you to accept the fact that something here needs to come crumbling down. Something is not stable in your life, okay? And it's built on a very shaky foundation, and it needs to come crumbling down, okay? But here's the thing. You're having a hard time accepting that or realizing that or allowing yourself to accept the fact that this needs to come crumbling down. I don't know what this is. We'll see what this Tower is about when we clarify, but I can see it being very difficult for you. It's weighing heavy on you, whatever this is, because you're like, you're trying to look for alternative ways. It's almost like but you don't want to know, if that makes sense. In the near future, you get the Four of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, the Five of Wands. There's a bit of unhappiness tied up to something that is very appearing on the surface, appears as very stable and like it has long-term potential. The reason I say appearing, though, is because you're very intuitive, Leo, and with the Five of Wands showing up here, that's letting me know that you're conflicted internally. It's almost like you're unhappy with how things are, but you don't know if you should do something about it, because you don't know if it's going to get better on its own or if you need to take action in order to make it better. There's a lot of back and forth. There's a lot of mental gymnastics happening here in the near future. And like I said, you're a very intuitive sign. And so I feel like if you're conflicted, that means that there's really something going on here in the near future where you're like, I don't know what I need to do. But let's see if we can get you some clarity. Let's start off by clarifying the main energy for your reading, the Nine of Cups, which is a really good energy to have as the main energy for your reading. Nine of Cups is clarified by the Tower, the Magician, and the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, something here came crumbling down or is crumbling down in the current situation because you get the Tower twice, okay? You're manifesting some clarity. I see you in the current situation. You are showing up under a very balanced energy. Okay, so emotionally, I feel like you're good. You're like, I'm centered, I'm grounded, I'm good. But you are manifesting some clarity here because right now you're looking at whatever the situation is. And again, I don't know exactly what this is. We'll see when we clarify. But you're looking at it and you're like evaluating, assessing. Should I do this? Should I do that? What should I do? And so I feel like you're asking the universe for some guidance, some clarity about whatever this is because you're like, this isn't stable. This needs to crash. But how do I make it crash? Or do I make it crash or do I just let it crash on its own? Let's see. Let's start off by clarifying the King of Wands in your recent past. King of Wands is clarified by the Nine of Wands, the Death, and the King of Swords. I feel like you're sitting here, you're in your power, and you're getting the same energy. I feel like I'm repeating myself. But there's something here that needs to come to an end. You know it needs to come to an end. Now, when I say no, it's almost like, how, this is going to be a really stupid analogy, but you know how people are like, oh, don't eat junk food, it's bad for you? You know it, but you don't feel it. You feel like you want to just go ahead and scarf down a whole McDonald's meal, right? So there's a difference between knowing and feeling. And I feel like in the recent past, you know that something here needs to come to an end. Either it's been dead for quite some time, but you just haven't put the stamp on it, or it's in the process of dying and you're like, okay, we need to just put the final nail in this coffin. But there's a lot of defensive energy here. It's almost like you don't want to accept the fact that this has to come to an end, right? And this could be different for several reasons. Either you feel like you failed if this comes to an end. If this dies out, then you're somehow a failure. Or if this comes to an end, then you're never going to find another connection or another job or another whatever, right? I can't see what it is quite yet. This isn't screaming love to me, but it very well may be. But either way, you don't want to accept, or you don't want to allow this to come to an end, even though you know that it needs to. Okay? So let's clarify the Six of Pentacles in the recent past. Six of Pentacles is clarified by the Queen of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, the Nine of Cups. You're in a very balanced energy. You're in a very stable energy. And the reason I feel like you are feeling so stable and so grounded is because you're focusing on yourself. You're focusing on loving yourself, on nurturing yourself, on taking care of yourself. Now, you feel like you're grounded and stable, but you're still waiting for that emotional fulfillment, which, by the way, is coming in the in the current situation, but you're waiting for that. I feel like you know what needs to be done. You know how to make yourself feel good, but you're not feeling emotionally fulfilled and emotionally balanced quite yet. So in the recent past, you're kind of waiting for that feeling of, okay, I'm good 100%, not just 80%, like I'm 100% good. Let's take a look at the star in your recent past. Excuse me. The star is clarified by the Nine of Swords, the Ten of Cups, and the Three of Wands. You want happiness. You're asking that your desire here in the near future, in the recent past, is happiness. You just want to be happy, and you're really stressed out because I feel like in the recent past you're afraid that you're never going to be happy again. And I chuckle because it sounds absurd when I'm saying it, but I feel like there is either this connection or this job or something that's in the process of dying out in the recent past brought you a lot of happiness at some point. And I feel like you're afraid that you're never going to feel that happiness ever again. And you're waiting for that, again, you're waiting for that sense of I'm good, 100% good to come in. But I do see some fear, some anxiety surrounding whatever this is that made you happy in the recent past, but is no longer there. Or is, again, slowly in the process of dying out. And intuitively, I feel like this is a connection. For some of you, it could be a friendship. For some of you, it could be a job, right? It's going to be different for each of you, but it's very intense. Let's take a look at the Ten of Wands in your current situation. Okay, this is definitely a connection, a soulmate connection. Somebody that you have a lot of history with, so this is not somebody new, this is somebody from your past. As difficult as it is, Leo, you know that you need to close this cycle out, and in order to heal. That's why this cycle needs to close out. There's something within you that needs to heal, that needs to transform, that has a purpose. There's a transformative change that's happening here, and in order for it to take place within this connection between you and this person, you need to close out this cycle between you and them. And it's hard. There's a lot of good memories here. There's a lot of nostalgia. There is a lot of love here. But this cycle needs to come to an end. Something here needs to die out. And again, I'm not saying it's completely like you have to end the connection, although for some of you, I feel like you do need to end this connection. But something within this connection needs to come to an end or has already come to an end. But you just need to put that final nail in the coffin. Let's take a look at the King of Swords in the current situation for you. Yeah. King of Swords is clarified by the Five of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, the Judgment. You're coming to the realization, not just I understand this, but like on a deep level, you're coming to the realization that you need to end this connection. You need to abandon this connection. You need the separation and the breakup to happen for a new beginning to take place. It could be for some of you, I am getting the narrative that the only way this person is going to truly understand what they have is if you walk away in order to bring about that brand new beginning between the two of you. Or it could just be that something here is, I am getting a breakup. There's no way for me to sugarcoat this, and I don't want to either because I'm not going to try to lie to you. I am getting that you're becoming very clear and you're coming to the realization that in order to have this brand new beginning that you want, you need to end this. You need to break or end whatever this is. Let's take a look at the Tower in the current situation for you, Leo. Tower is clarified by the Devil, the Ten of Pentacles, which you get again in the near future, and the High Priestess. This Tower is meant to come crumbling down, Leo. You know that. You get the Tower twice in your current situation. But because you have such deep ties to this person, I feel like this person has been in your life for quite some time. Maybe at some point you even thought that you were going to be with this person forever, or that this connection has so much long-term potential. You're like, there's more that I can do. There's more that I can give. There's something that I can do here to prevent this Tower from crumbling down. Deep down, intuitively, you know there's nothing else you can do. You know this needs to come crumbling down. You're holding on by a thread. This whole connection, or whatever it is holding on by a thread. But because you're afraid to let it go, because you're afraid to let it come crumbling down, even though you know on so many levels that this does need to come to an end, there's a fear here. There's a fear that's holding you back from listening to your intuition, from acting. Like, you know, you feel all of these things, but you're afraid. And that fear is very, very powerful. And it's almost kind of muddling your ability to listen to your intuition and take action, guided action that you know needs to be taken here. Let's take a look at your near future. I want to see what this Four of Cups is for you. Four of Cups is clarified by the Page of Swords, the Five of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. Somebody here in the near future is lying to themselves and telling themselves that they're doing so much. There's so much progress. Somebody here is showing up, and I say somebody because I don't know if this is you or your person. Somebody here is showing up under the energy of, I'm unhappy and I'm doing so much to work on my unhappiness. I'm taking action, you know, I'm journaling, I'm meditating, etc. And I'm not saying that you are, but whoever this person is, they think that they're literally doing a 180. They're completely transforming. You're doing the work, but it's not as deep as you think it is. You're not doing as much as you think you are. This person thinks that they're building, you know, the Eiffel Tower when they're building a sandcastle. You're still building something. You're making progress, but you're nowhere near the complete transformation that you think you're experiencing. You're not putting in as much work as you think you are. Let's take a look at this Ten of Pentacles in the near future. There you are. Ten of Pentacles is clarified by the Lovers, the Four of Pentacles, and the Sun. Somebody here is not giving up on this. Somebody here feels a really, really intense connection. Again, I feel like this is your person. I feel like this is your person. What did I tell you in the current situation? Some of you need to walk away to get this person to realize what you mean to them. I feel like this is your person. In the near future, they see that stability. They see that long-term potential. They see the depth and intensity of this connection. And again, could be you, right? You are showing up here, but I feel like this person is not letting go of you. They feel the intensity of the connection, and now in the near future, after you've walked away, after, you know, whatever it is that you did or put an end to, this person's like, I don't want to let this go. I can't let this go. This is too intense. And that could be this person's energy, your person's energy, where they're like, oh, I've changed so much. I've made so much of a transformation, and they've changed. They've done the work, but they haven't done as much work as they believe that they have about themselves and this connection, whatever. Let's take a look at the Five of Wands in the near future. Yeah, Five of Wands is clarified by the Eight of Pentacles, or sorry, the Eight of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Three of Pentacles. You're conflicted here. You're conflicted about whether you should work with this person or whether you should walk away and emotionally detach from this connection. I see you having the desire to work with them to rebuild that foundation, but there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of pain in the current situation, and I can understand why you're hesitating. But either way, I see the universe coming in and really guiding you into working with this person, into collaborating with them, into helping that foundation being rebuilt. You're currently emotionally detached from this connection, from this person in the near future, okay? And I feel like the universe is like, we don't want you to stay emotionally detached. We don't want you to stay disconnected. You two need to work together. But you are conflicted about it. You don't know if you want to do it because, again, this person in the current situation, they didn't value you. They didn't appreciate you. You had to go through the pain of ending something, through putting in all that effort to make it work, only to come to the realization like you need to walk away for them to realize what they're missing. and then they come around in the near future. Ain't that always the case, Leo? Let's take a look at what the universe wants you to keep in mind this week, Leo. From the universe, you get the Seven of Pentacles, the Moon, and the Nine of Wands. Yeah, you're in a state of assessing right now. Remember how we talked about at the beginning of your reading? You're evaluating. You're like, what do I do? What do I do? What should I do? How should I approach this? But you don't have all the facts. You don't see the full picture. And again, I feel like it's because there's a lot of fear in the current situation and you're very defensive. It's almost like you don't want to accept what needs to happen. You will in the current situation in the near future. I see that energetically changing, but you don't want to see that. It's almost like you feel like there's more that you can do when in reality, there's really not much. But you don't want to accept that. You're kind of like, no, there's something else I can do. I can change this. I can, doing the mental gymnastics to reason through it. But you'll get there. You'll definitely get there. Let's close off your reading, Leo, with an oracle card from the universe. Oh, okay. A personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. Yeah, you're going to see whatever issue, whatever drama, whatever confusion you have about this connection, it's going to reach a resolution. You already know what the resolution is. I just feel like in the recent past, you don't really want to accept what that is. You don't want to allow this tower to come crumbling down. You don't want to believe that, you just need to let it fall. But it's going to reach the resolution. Whatever this is, it's going to get resolved in the best way for you, Leo. So, Leo, that is what I have for you. I hope this reading helped. If it resonated, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It really helps me out. Thank you again for tuning in, and I will see you here for your reading next week. Bye, Leo.